Picture this. You're at a college party on a Saturday night. You're not really the party type, to be honest. You're more of a stay in and watch a movie person. But your friends kept texting, kept saying you needed to get out more, needed to loosen up a little bit. So here you are, standing in the corner of someone's apartment, nursing a beer that tastes like regret and bad decisions. Someone you kinda know sits down next to you with a backpack full of pills. Says they're Xanax, says they'll chill you out, help you actually have fun for once. You say no thanks, you're not into that stuff. You've heard the speeches, you know the risks. But then your friend leans in, says everyone's here on something, says you're being paranoid, says don't be such a square, and honestly you just want to fit in. You want to not be the weird sober guy anymore, so you take the pill. Oh, hey there. What's about 50 times stronger than heroin and way easier to get than a prescription for cold medicine? If you guessed fentanyl, you're right. Here's the thing that'll keep you up at night. The pill you just swallowed wasn't Xanax. It was fake Xanax pressed in someone's basement with zero quality control and laced with enough fentanyl to stop a horse. The lethal dose is about 2 milligrams. That's invisible. You cannot see it with your naked eye. It's the weight of a few grains of salt. Your friend who sold it doesn't even know it's laced. He thinks he's selling regular pressed pills, but the guy he got them from didn't measure anything. He just dumped fentanyl powder into a mixture and hoped. So now you got about 15 to 30 minutes before everything stops. Let's talk about what fentanyl does to your body. So what exactly is fentanyl? It's a synthetic opioid invented in the 1960s, probably meant to help people manage pain. In hospitals, fentanyl is incredible. Doctors use it because it's really good at stopping pain. It binds to opioid receptors and tells your body to stop experiencing discomfort. The medical dose is 25 to 100 micrograms. That dose that kills you, 2 milligrams. So there's basically no margin for error. It's like if Tylenol said 1 pill is fine, but 2 kills you. And here's why street fentanyl is Russian roulette. When someone's pressing thousands of pills in a basement, the fentanyl doesn't spread evenly. One pill might have half a milligram, the next one might have 5. Your buddy took one last month and was fine. Great. You just picked the one with way too much. You're about to experience something your body was never equipped to handle. Alright, here's what happens next. From the moment that pill dissolves in your stomach to the moment your body completely shuts down, you're looking at 10 to 30 minutes. Let's walk through this minute by minute because it doesn't happen all at once. The first 5 minutes, you feel incredible. Better than you've felt in actual years. Maybe better than you've ever felt in your entire life. The fentanyl hits your brain's reward center like a freight train made of dopamine and serotonin and pure euphoria. Every bad thing you've been carrying, the stress from work, the anxiety about the future, the pressure from your family, the dating rejections, the feeling that you're not good enough, it just vanishes. Completely gone. You feel warm. You feel safe. You feel like you're floating. Your friends are talking to you and everything they say is hilarious. You're laughing at things that aren't even funny. You feel like you finally belong here. Meanwhile, your brainstem doesn't know anything's wrong. It's just been told to relax, and it does. Your breathing slows down from the normal 16 breaths per minute to maybe 10, then 8, then 6. You don't notice because you feel too good. 5 to 10 minutes in, the euphoria starts shifting into something heavier. You're not high anymore. You're getting really drowsy. Someone asks if you're okay, and you try to respond, but your words come out slow and slurred. Your tongue feels thick. Your vision starts blurring. Not like you need glasses, but like your brain's not actually processing what you're seeing correctly. Sounds are getting muffled and distant. It's like you're underwater and the world is fading. Your oxygen levels have dropped from a healthy 98% to maybe 80%. Your lips are turning blue, your fingernails are gray. You're not scared though, your brain is too oxygen deprived to feel fear, you just feel tired. So tired. This is actually the window where Narcan could save your life. One little spray up your nose and you'd wake up pissed off and alive. But nobody at this party has Narcan. Why would they? They're just college kids trying to have fun, not actual drug users with emergency revival kits. 10 to 15 minutes, you're completely unconscious. This is where it gets really bad. Your breathing has almost totally stopped. Maybe one breath every 30 seconds, maybe one every minute. Your brain is starving for oxygen. And here's the problem with your brain. It's only 2% of your body weight, but it uses 20% of your oxygen. It's a resource hog, and right now it's getting nothing. The parts of your brain responsible for keeping you conscious, for memory, for personality, they're just going offline one by one. What's left is just your brainstem desperately trying to keep your heart beating. Your friends are panicking, someone's shaking you, someone's yelling your name. You can't respond because you're not there anymore. Finally, after way too long, someone calls 911. Real talk, if someone's unconscious and unresponsive at a party, You call 911 immediately. Yes, cops might show up. Yes, you might get in trouble. You know what's worse than getting in trouble? Your friend dying because you were worried about legal consequences. Just call the ambulance. 15 to 25 minutes, you've stopped breathing. Your respiratory system has completely given up. Your oxygen saturation is in free fall. 60%, 50%, 40%. Your organs are screaming for oxygen. Your heart rate is working overtime, beating really hard, trying to pump whatever oxygen is left through your system, but there's nothing to pump. It's like revving a car engine with no fuel. The whole system's breaking down. At this point, paramedics need to be there right now. If they are, they hit you with Narcan, start chest compressions, manually force air into your lungs. Narcan is actually a miracle drug. It's called an opioid antagonist. It kicks all the fentanyl off your opioid receptors and basically reverses the whole overdose in seconds. You wake up angry, confused, in withdrawal, but alive. Without Narcan, your heart simply stops. Cardiac arrest. 25 to 30 minutes, that's your window. If paramedics don't get there with Narcan in this window, even if they technically revive you, your brain has gone without oxygen for too long. You might technically survive. Your body might keep working, but you, the person who went to that party, the person who wanted to fit in, you're already gone. Brain damage. The person you were is dead, even if your heart keeps beating. So what does this actually feel like? Here's the subjective part. At first, it's euphoria. It's the best moment of your life. Then you start sinking, not physically, but mentally. It's like being submerged in warm honey. You hear people talking, but can't focus on what they're saying. They sound like they're miles away. You want to respond, but forming thoughts is impossible. Your brain is moving in slow motion. And here's what makes fentanyl different from other ways to die. There's no panic. There's no pain. There's no desperate gasping for air. You just feel tired. You feel like you could sleep for 1,000 years. Some people who've been revived describe it as the most comfortable they've ever been. Like floating. Disconnected from your body, watching from somewhere else. Emotionally, there's nothing. No fear, no regret, no thoughts about your family or what you're leaving behind. Just nothing. Most ways to die, your brain panics, floods itself with adrenaline, fights back. But fentanyl just turns everything off gently, quietly, like flipping a light switch, which is why it's so dangerous. It doesn't feel dangerous, it feels like relief. Here's the reality check part. Fentanyl has killed more than 75,000 Americans in the past year. That's more than car accidents. That's more than gun violence. It's the #1 cause of death for people aged 18 to 45 in the United States. And most of those people didn't even know they were taking fentanyl. Though they thought they were taking Xanax or Percocet or Adderall, they got from a friend or of a friend of a friend. The reason it's everywhere is simple. Fentanyl is cheap to manufacture. It's synthetic. You don't need poppy fields. You just need a lab and some chemicals. And because it's so incredibly potent, you need way less of it to get the same effect as heroin. So dealers cut everything with it. Better profit margins, smaller shipments to hide, higher potency. If some customers die, well, there's always more customers willing to take that risk. It's pure economics. So there you have it. Fentanyl overdose. 15 to 30 minutes from taking a pill you thought was safe to being completely dead. It's fast, it's painless, it's disturbingly easy to stumble into by accident because the person selling it doesn't even know what they're selling is lethal. The peer pressure part, that's real too. I know it sounds like an after-school special, but people actually do give into that stuff, especially when they're young and insecure and just want someone to like them. Here's what I'd tell you if I could. If someone's pushing drugs on you and your gut says no, just don't do it. Yeah, they'll call you lame. Yeah, you might feel left out for an evening. But you know what's actually lame? Being dead at 22 because you wanted to seem cool at a party. Stay safe out there.